It's a little bit behind. Can you hear me? Turn up on the TV, see if you can hear me. Can you hear me? All right, there we go. All right. Hey, Shabbat Shalom to a lot of you. I'm on the East Coast time, so I'm 3 hours ahead of you. And in Shield of Wisdom, we all start off with Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17, and it reads, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High by the Father. Right? Basham Hamashiach Yahushua. All right? And that's how we always start off with this. You know what I'm saying? Let me see something. Cool. So whatever you say, whatever you do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High, Basham Hamashiach Yahushua, not Bashim, not Shim, it's Sham. Okay, please correct that. All right, and like you gotta understand, an unrighteous bed is ran rampant in Israel. Why? Because we don't put the Most High first. We don't learn about the Most High. And that's not good at all. Not learning about the Most High. Everybody's talking about Christ this, Christ that. Yeah, I love my big bro, the King, Hamashiach Yahushua. I do. But he said right here in John 6 and 43. Come on, man. John chapter 6 and verse 43. I gotta get my laptop clean. It's moving slow. All right, this is John chapter 6 and verse 43. Hamashiach Yahushua therefore answered, right? And said unto them, murmur not amongst yourselves. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him. And I will raise him up at the last day, right? The Most High has to send you, right? So what has been prophesied in the prophets that we need to understand? Let's go to the next script, right? It is written in the prophets, and they shall be all taught of the Most High. Every man, therefore, that hath heard and have learned of the Father cometh unto me. So, learning of the Most High, you're going to understand a lot of these precepts, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 22 and 13. This is learning of the Most High right here. Go to Deuteronomy 22 and 13. If you please. And this is just touching on the topic of an unrighteous bed. Because somebody lied to everyone. Somebody lied to everyone. Right? And Hamashiach Yahushua in the red, John 6, 43 on down. Everybody who learned of the Father cometh unto Hamashiach Yahushua. Right? So that means you have to learn of the Most High, which he written the law with his finger. You got to know the Most High because these things won't happen. Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 13. We'll start there. And we'll read to 19. So, hey, remember, all the time when I teach class, man, have a pen and some paper to write these precepts down. Why? It's because we learn through the precepts. We learn through the precepts. Okay? Yeah, I need a better background, man. Because let me get a better background. All right. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 13. If any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her, right? And give occasion of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. So what's he saying? He's saying she wasn't a maid when he met her. A maid in modern day sense is a virgin. So a maid back then, she would be a virgin, right? And when he says a virgin, it means a young lady, like the Virgin Mary. The young woman is actually a young woman named Mary, all right? And remember, this brother gave an occasion of speech. What was the occasion of speech? In verse 14, I took this woman, and when I came to her and found her not a maid. He's saying she wasn't what we call today a virgin, which is actually a maid. He's basically saying another man laid with her before he did. This is an evil thing. Right? Verse 15, then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate. They're the elders of the city, they're the leaders. You know what I'm saying? He's taking occasion of speech against them, saying right there in verse 14, right? Look at and it's evil, and bring up an evil name upon her. So it's evil it's evil to say back then that a woman wasn't a virgin. That's an evil thing to say. It's evil. Look what it says, 22 and 14, and give occasion of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her. And what is that evil name? She was not found a maid. In today's speech, a virgin. To say that a woman has had sex with another man before him is an evil thing to say about a woman. And that was back then. It's an evil thing to say about her. So what the father's going to do, because the father raised her. Not the mother, but the father. And the mother assisted the father because why? She is a helpmate. She's to help him do the things that he needs to do. But let's keep going. Verse 15. Let's watch. Pay attention to this. Then shall the father of the damsel, which today modern say is a virgin, and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity. What's the tokens of the damsel's virginity, of her youth? It's a bloody cloth. This is what we use to determine that a woman was a virgin when we went unto her. She bled. These days, when a woman bleeds is on her period, when she passes her flowers. It's bad. It's evil to call a woman not a maid. It's an evil thing. It's an evil thing to bring upon a woman the name of having sex with another man before she got with her husband. That is an evil thing to say about her. But women these days, hey, in 2025, they don't want you to shame them for not coming to you a virgin. Don't shame us. Nah, you need to be shamed. Because that's how you get an unrighteous bed. And we're going to go through these things, man. Y'all got to, sisters, you got to really come to grips about this. An unrighteous bed, you got to understand the evils that follow, the things that can happen. You think that you can bring a child into life and the Most High love it? You are insane. You are insane. Sisters. And you brothers that do it, I hate bringing you into these type of conversations, brothers. But you're wicked as hell. because y'all don't know what you're doing. Verse 16. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife. What did he say? I gave my daughter unto this man to wife. Wow. And he hated her. This man hates my daughter. He brought up an evil name to say that she had sex with another man before she came to him. That says a lot about me as a father. Like, I wasn't watching after her, man. That's evil, bro. But these days, much more, it's evil if the woman does it and she's actually done it. Think about that. She actually done it. Let's keep reading. In the spirit of the Most High. So the father's about to take the token of the woman's virginity, right? And then the father gets in front of the elders. And he says this to the elders. He says, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hated her. He says these things about my daughter. Verse 17. And lo, he had given occasion to speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid. And yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders. And when you spread a cloth, there's a middle. And what's in the middle? Blood. The occasion of speech against us, a daughter of Israel. Back in those days, that was bad. That was really bad. You hear that shame? You hear that shame? That is shame. Shame on you bringing occasion of speech against the daughters of Israel to say that my daughter is not a virgin. How dare you? Today, there's a lot of unrighteous beds, and you got to hear this. And I'm not sorry you got to hear it from me. I'm sorry that you had to hear it late, and it's coming from me. Okay? An unrighteous bed is scary, far beyond imagination to think that you could be that child from an unrighteous bed, and you don't know that. Wow. I'm from an unrighteous bed? Are you serious? Imagine the echoes going through Israel right now. People finding out that they're from an unrighteous bed and didn't have children. Had the audacity to have children because they didn't know in ignorance. Doesn't mean anything. The Most High stands on His word. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. It is fearful. He said, I will melt you. Fearful thing. Fearful, man. Verse 17, and lo, he had given occasion of speech against her. He said some evil words about my daughter, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. And the elders of that city shall take that man and chastise him. Because there goes the tokens of the virginity. There goes the proof. He was there when she went into the chamber. The father and them was outside. Both fathers were outside. Both mothers are outside where they were in the chambers. That is part of our culture, to go into the chamber and have sex. Like that example our big brother Mashiach Yahushua the king gave. about the 10 virgins, 5 unrighteous, 5 righteous. 5 went into the bedchamber with them. That's our culture. And verse 19, and they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and give them unto the father of the damsel, because he hath brought up an evil name upon a virgin of Israel, and she shall be his wife. He may not put her away all her days, all his days. This is a serious thing, right? This is how it starts. These days, women going aside, having sex with other men that's not their husbands, because adultery is rewarded in the United States of America. In third world countries, she couldn't get away with it. In third world countries, men couldn't get away with sleeping with another woman that is married without being killed. We not in our land. That's got to stop. Smell me? That is a serious and very serious atrocity. Lack of better words. Atrocity. You sleeping with another man's wife. But let's find out. What about the women, right? What about the women who are engaged to men? What about those? These days, shouldn't that be an exception because she ain't married him? You know what I'm saying? She ain't said, I do. Right? Because when you say I do, that's an oath. You know what I mean? That is a no. But what makes that different from saying I do want to marry you? Will you marry me? Yes, I'll marry you. And that was his fiance, right? Wasn't that an oath too? Her word. The Most High heard that. Go to Numbers 30. The Most High heard that. He heard that. Go to Deuteronomy 22 and 22. Go down a little bit. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 22. See, we're going to talk about the Most High. We're going to bring out his laws. We're going to teach these laws. Okay? Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, but they shall both of them die. Both the man that lie with the woman and the woman. Both of them. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. This is evil. For a woman to be sleeping with a man, or for a woman to be sleeping with a man when she's already married to a man. And for a man to be sleeping with a woman that's married to another man. That is evil. It is not right. You are not right for it, and it is not a cool thing. Can you take the fire that is dished back into your bosom, into your chest? Can you take that fire back from that brother's heart? You can't, man. And it's not enough money that can help you in that day of his wrath. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. Verse 23, if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband. This is engaged now. This is how an unrighteous bed starts. If a damsel that is a virgin, a young woman, be betrothed, which is engaged to a husband. She said, yes, I will. Yes, I will marry you. That's an oath. Let's go back to it. We got to get that. Numbers 30. Let's get this. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 30, verse 1. And Moshe spake unto the heads of the tribe, the gates, concerning the children of Israel, saying, This is the thing which the angel of the Most High had commanded, because he spoke for the Most High. If a man vow a vow unto the Most High, he made a promise, right? He said, I'm going to do it, right? Unto the Most High, or swear an oath to bind his soul with they bond. Same thing. He shall not break his word. His word, see? He gave his word. He said, I will. You hear that? He said, I will. He said, I will. He said, I will. That's his word. That's how he can swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond. He shall not break his word. He said yes. She said yes. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. So shall she. So shall she. So shall she. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Most High and bind herself, not saying the Most High will do that. It's just when you're in front of the Most High and you say you're going to do something, he's hearing you. Say it to that person. We are married unto the Most High. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Most High and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth, and her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she had bound her soul, so she said, I do. And most of these women these days don't have fathers because the mother throws them out. But in this context, we're going to say she does. And she told her father. And the father was like, yeah, baby, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And man want to marry my baby. Baby girl. What's up, baby girl? Baby girl get married, y'all. Baby girl get married. My baby. You know what I'm saying? My baby. He held his peace. He held his peace. Okay? And her father hear her vow, verse 4, and her bond wherewith she had bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her. Then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she had bound her soul shall stand. So when we go to verse 2, to bind his soul with a bond, he gave his word. She gave her word. She said yes. All she had to do was say it. That's the oath. Your word is your bond. Have you heard that before? My word is my bond. That's it. And your father held his peace. Or to the women now, she didn't say no. Her father, like, I can't make her do nothing she don't want to do. It's my baby girl. Baby girl want to do it. Baby girl gonna do it. Better treat my daughter right. If he said no, she ain't gonna honor her father. She said no. If her father said no, you think they'll honor their fathers? Exactly. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 22. Let's go back there. It's tragic. Unrighteous bed, man. These women in unrighteous bed in truth. They don't know what it is. But Officer Marakat is here today to be a bearer of bad news for you. This is something y'all gotta find out. I'm gonna tell you today. I thought I was. When I thought I was, boy, so much stuff was going through my head. I was like, oh, wow. Man. While I was calling Zaquan, it was so late, I just had to call him. I'm like, Zaquan, what's going on? I'm reading this right here. Can you help me out? Because I know my father, this, and that. Because I'm finding things out from my auntie and everything. And she's telling me these things. And I'm like, man, what's really going on? What's really going on? I was taken back, man. I really was. I really was, man. I was kind of hurt because stuff my auntie was telling me, man. I was like, wow. Am I from an unrighteous bed? So I had to get counsel on that, man. And when I found out I wasn't, I was like, whoa. Hallelujah. Because thought I was finished for a bit. Like, I guess this ain't for me. Verse 23, Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 23. So get back to Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 23, because we're going to keep on talking about an unrighteous bed. Because someone lied to everyone. We're going to find that out. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 23. If a damsel, that is a virgin, be betrothed unto an husband. See, betrothed unto a husband, it's telling you right there that's your husband once you say yes. Because y'all going to get married. You already said yes to a life decision. Yes. And a man find her in the city and lie with her. Man, she was at the bar with her homegirls. You know what I'm saying? And old bro was at the bar, right? And he was just nagging, throwing his game. And hey, she's like, well, I'm not married to him yet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say I do. And she went in the bathroom and knocked him down. Something happened. Something happened there, y'all. Something happened. I'm gonna revert back to this right here, what I just said. And she knocked him down. She let him knock him down. She let him smack the cheeks. He smacked the cheeks in the bathroom. And U31 off University in San Diego. Hey, it wasn't even a pink flamingo. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even a camel toe they were at. You know what I mean? They was at U31 off University, close to 30th Street. You know, U31. And she let him smack the cheeks in the bathroom. So dirty in there. But she was a dirty woman in there. But that was her husband. That was her husband. She was betrothed to him. To this man. Right? Let me keep reading, so I got a lot of verses to go to. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city, and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out of the gate of the city, and ye shall stone them with stones, that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, meaning he didn't do anything wrong. She just gave him the cheeks. She didn't cry not. She was moaning. They had to turn the music up. Boy, they was hitting the walls in there, huh? Being in the city. She cried not being in the city. And the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife, he dominated her. A woman is being dominated when she lifts them legs up and allow a man to take her. He humbled her. Now she is submitted to him. She's ready. See? And the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife, he deserves that. So thou shalt put away evil from among you. But we're not in our land. You can do whatever you want to in your own land. The rules are rules. But everybody going to be going to these rules. Everybody. Nobody's getting away. Nobody's exempt. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lie with her shall die. So he forced his way on her. Not like, you know, he was smacking them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? He was smacking them cheeks and she gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? Not like when he was about to bust, she said, no, don't do it. That's rape. That ain't rape. Let's stop that. You're a willing participant. You should have said no before you started. Now, if you said, stop, no, get off me, I don't want you, no, I don't want to have this no more, then, brother, in these times, just get off. But if you're talking about, no, I don't want to have a baby in the middle, and the man's in the middle like this, as soon as he goes, no, I don't want to have a baby, get off, you know what I'm saying? What is he going to do? Are you serious? He's giving life out. Life feels good. Okay? Nah, let's stop that. No. You sisters are taking this way too far. You're over-exaggerating things. So let's get back to an unrighteous bed. I'm starting off just giving you an example of the things that are going on here, okay? Follow me. But unto the damsel, thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. Man slay a woman by raping her. It's like killing her. She didn't want you in her. It's like killing her. Verse 27, for he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. See how that's different from verse 24. Then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of the city, and ye shall stone them with stones, that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, it's not like it was a rape or anything. She willingly gave away those cheeks at U31. She willingly gave away them cheeks, boy. She's just a whore. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? So again, let's go back. Let's get back to it, okay? Verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, a young woman, which is not betrothed, she's not engaged or married, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, watch this, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver. That is the price of a dowry. And she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. Now you see there? He lied with her, right? She didn't say I do, did she? They wasn't in like a church or anything, were they? Sarah. Were they in a church? No, right? He found her in the city, right? He probably took her to the pasture outside. You know what I'm saying? He probably took her to the Piggly Wiggly in the bathroom, and he smashed it. You know what I'm saying? That's his wife. That is his wife. See how these things happen when you don't add the father into it? You know what I mean? Watch this. So let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 3:16, folks. Let's just get to this unrighteous bed. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse 16. Sisters, y'all gotta stop giving up them cheeks like that. You really got to. You can't be like us, having multiple husbands as we have multiple wives. You can't do that. You're having babies by multiple men. That is insane. You don't think that's insane, Sarah? That's insane. It's insanity. To be having all these babies by different men. And their semen is in you. Their DNA is in you, man. That's insane. That's insane. Not to have a mutual agreement with each other, right? Hey, baby, as soon as I go into you, you're my wife. And she understands that and agrees with you. She agrees with you, okay? Cool, but if you don't agree with him, sis, you're fornicating. You're perpetrating a fornication. Why would you allow any men into you and you don't want him to be your husband? That's insane. To say, I just don't want marriage, I want relationships. She just wants sex. That's when they say I just want to date, they just saying I want sex. Dating is just another excuse just to have sex. We're just dating. You're really saying we're just having sex. You're a whore. That's what you are. You're a whore. Bring your face. Watch. I need you to hear. You're a whore. Case closed. And brother, you're a whoremonger. You will be dealt with. We're talking about an unrighteous bed. And I just gave you examples how they start. See? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 16. As for the children of adulterers. Ooh. As for the children of adulterers. Right? Who are those? Those women, right? That were never betrothed and engaged to their husband. Right? That's adultery. They got stoned. She was just betrothed to him. At least she should get stoned for being the man's wife and she slept with another man. But no. She was engaged with that man and slept with another man and still got stoned. That means the Most High saw it as your word and you said yes. So you are his wife. Watch this. Deuteronomy 22 and 24. Let me see. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 23. Y'all don't have to go there. Stay where you are. If a damsel, that is a virgin, be betrothed unto a husband. Betrothed means engaged unto a husband. See? Adulterer. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 16, what we're on right now. As for the children of adulterers, they shall not come to their perfection. They shall not come to their perfection at all. And the seed of an unrighteous bed shall be rooted out. And the seed of an unrighteous bed shall be rooted out. For though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded. The Most High, they're nothing to the Most High. They're nothing regarded. And their last age shall be without respect, without honor. Their last age shall be without honor. See? Yet shall they be nothing regarded. Verse 18. Or if they die quickly, they have no hope to regain, man. They have no hope. Neither comfort in the day of trial. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. To you brothers and sisters that have children of an unrighteous bed, you have no hope at all. And I gotta bring this to you. I gotta tell you this. I gotta share the good news with you, man. Talk to your mothers and fathers about this. How could they do such a thing? How could they break the law of the Most High? How? How? Let's go chapter over. Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 3. Let's see how. Man, it's crazy when you think about it. That unrighteous bed. Broad. Right? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and 3. It's very important to understand these words. Right. Verse 3. But the multiplying broad of the ungodly shall not thrive. But the multiplying broad of ungodly. Broad, what does that mean? I looked into the American Dictionary of the English Language. Let me see. Let me show you all this big book right here. Right. Noah Webster 1828. Noah Webster 1828. You can get biblical understandings of different meanings and everything from that book right there. And it reads, broad, it's actually pronounced broad. To sit down and cover, to divulge, to sit on and cover, as a fowl on her eggs for the purpose of warming them and hatching chickens. So let's read this. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, pay attention. I don't want to keep y'all in suspense, but I'm just trying to give you an understanding. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 3. But the multiplying broad of ungodly shall not thrive. So what has happened? The multiplying of the multiplying broad of the ungodly shall not thrive. Multiplying broad of the ungodly shall not thrive. So somebody's covering them. They're not talking about this. They're hiding their children at this time because they're not telling nobody that this child is born from an unrighteous bed, so that they won't bring these children unto the gates to the elders where they can be dealt with. So when it says, but the multiplying, right, that means more. That means many. The multiplying broad, the multiplying of these ungodly children. But when it says the multiplying broad of ungodly, that means these children that are being hidden shall not thrive, nor take deep rooting from the bastard slips, nor lay any fast foundation. Bastard slips. A bastard is not what you call an illegitimate child. No. These bastards right here are from unrighteous beds. This is an unrighteous bed. This child is from a man that mama slept with at work while her husband was at work. And they had a baby. Let's talk about something. Let's talk about the woman that wanted to be Miss Carter. Remember that? The movie, she wanted to be Miss Cartwright. She wanted to be Miss Cartwright and had the baby. Who directed that movie? Tyler Perry. She wanted to be a Cartwright. That is a bastard slip. That's a bastard. Husband at work, and she over here sleeping with her boss, even though it was an Edomite, but I'm just giving you a definition of a bastard slip. That child right there, nothing. Now imagine if it was an Israelite man, still be a bastard slip. He would be nothing. And the multiplying broad, let's say that son that is a bastard slip sleeps with a woman that is married to another man. That child will be a bastard slip, but he can stop it. That same bastard slip right there can have kids but not sleep with a woman has a husband or is betrothed, and he does it right. And those children are now not bastard slips. But the multiplying brood of ungodly shall not thrive, nor take deep rooting from bastard slips, nor lay any fast foundation. For though they flourish in branches for a time, they're going to flourish. They're going to do good things. They may be baseball stars, whatever. They're still a bastard slip. For though they flourish in branches for a time, yet standing not fast, they shall be shaken with the wind. They're going to be pushed out of this truth. With the wind is just like something that, like, some doctrine came and they just left the truth. Some came and made them feel like this ain't for them, and they bounced. And though the force of winds, they shall be rooted out. They're going to be taken out. The unperfect branches shall be broken off. They are those bastard slips are unbroken. No. The unperfect branches shall be broken off. They are unperfect branches. This unrighteous bed, these children are called unperfect branches. Bastard slips, they're called too. Verse 5, the unperfect branches shall be broken off. Their fruit unprofitable, not ripe to eat. Yea, meat for nothing. They're good for nothing. For children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of the wickedness against their parents in their trial. Because your mama didn't know how to keep her kitty cat to herself. And your daddy's just untamable. He's a man that has no, who does he call it? He has no discipline. He don't have big discipline. The brother don't have big discipline. You see, these women are teaching, are raising their sons. The father can only teach him to have big discipline. I'm just going to say it like that. Excuse me. It's Quan. I know you're going to end up watching this video. I'm just saying how it is. They don't have big discipline. Now, we grow up that way. We were raised by mothers not having big discipline. We just go out and shooting up the club. Baby, getting all type of babies. But we don't have that man in the house that's like, son, you don't want to go around there shooting up the club, son. That's some big discipline, son. Go to Sirach 22. Sirach 23 and 22. Let's go there real quick. Let's get off this a little bit. So I know that was deep. That was deep, man. That was deep. That was real deep. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 22, chapter 23 and verse 22. Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 and verse 22. Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 verse 22. So I ended off with Wisdom of Solomon 4:6. Don't go back there. I'll just read it. For children begotten of unlawful beds are a witness of wickedness against their parents in their trial. Okay. So now we at Ecclesiastes chapter 23, verse 22. And it reads, thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir by another. For the first she hath disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly she hath trespassed against her own husband, and thirdly she hath played the whore in adultery and brought children by another man. A woman is bound by her husband as long as she liveth. Thus saith the Most High according to the law. You can't have another husband. You only get one. At least he died, then she can remarry, but that's the only way. That's through the law. You can't leave your husband, he's alive, and go to another man. That is an unrighteous bed. Unrighteous. Where? That's thus shall it go, verse 22. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir by another. Verse 24, she shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition shall be made of her children. Now here we go. Those children from an unlawful bed supposed to be judged. Inquisition, right? Inquiry, an examination, a searching or search. Judicial inquiry. Official examination, inquest. An inquiry. Those children are supposed to be examined on what to do with them. Wow. Verse 25, her children shall not take root, and her branches shall bring forth no fruit. She shall leave her memory to be cursed, and a reproach shall not be blotted. And her reproach shall not be blotted out. Everybody in the neighborhood gonna know that she a hoe. She slept with another man and bought an heir by another man beside her husband. And those children are going to be known by all the other children growing up that, man, these are unrighteous branches, man. We ain't dealing with them. Nah, bro, you a bastard slip. It's much that we not deal with you. That's how it should be. That's how it's going to be. Watch. Everything going to be just fine. Peachy. When the Most High rises, Kwam Yahweh, and then he tells Hamashiach Yahushua to rise, Kwam Yahushua, and then Hamashiach Yahushua, the king, our big brother, tells us Yasharallah rise, and we rise. That's when things will be right. That's when things will be right. But right now, it is insane. It is insane. And reproaches an express of disappointment or disapproval. Verse 27, and they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Most High, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandment of the Most High. It is a great glory to follow the Most High, and to be received of him is long life. Hallelujah. 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 Kwam Yahweh, Kwam Yahweh, Kwam Yahweh, Kwam Mashiach Yahushai, Kwam Mashiach Yahushai, Kwam Mashiach Yahushai, Kwam Mashiach Yahushai, Kwam Yasharallah, Kwam Yasharallah, Kwam Yasharallah, Kwam Yasharallah. In order. That order right there. It is Go to Ecclesiastes 25:1. Let's give some uplifting. Can't all be bad, you know what I'm saying? Let's give some uplifting real quick, especially to the sisters. Let's uplift the sisters real quick, especially the sisters that listen and they do things right. Because we want the sisters that are listening to start doing right, like the sisters that are already doing right. We need them to be like the sisters that are doing right. We need them to repent, right? I make a memory of these sisters, how they used to be versus how they are now, and give them an understanding of okay, cool, sis. We appreciate you doing these things and coming back to the law of the Most High and being righteous. We love that, and we appreciate these sisters that do these things. And I'm gonna be a man and tell you, we love you when you turn back. Don't turn your back to the Most High, but turn back to Him. And we love you for that, and we applaud you, and we thank you for you sisters that are doing this, because you make us look good. You make us look damn good, especially when they're so modest and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That beauty and modesty. Ain't nothing like a modest sister. Boy, I gotta hold myself, because they just our sisters right now. You ain't trying to take it there like that right now with these sisters that coming into the truth. But hey, when they start getting modest, oh my goodness gracious. But let me stop. So do a little bit of uplifting. Ecclesiastes, I call it Book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 1. And in 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautiful, both before the Most High and men. Right? The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, us to our showing love to ourselves, being sensitive in how we talk to one another, watching how we talk to one another. You know what I'm saying? And a man and wife that agree together. And 3 sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, and a rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doubteth. He's a whoremonger. He's old. He's an old adulterer. He just loves to commit adultery. He just loves sleeping with other men's wives. He's like, he got this thing for it. He just doted. He just causes error. he just causes error. Doted. He just causes error. That's the wrong thing all the time. Thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth. How canst thou find anything in thine age? But you've been taught when you were young, right? How you can find things in your age when you be taught about it in your youth. But if you ain't been taught about it, that's what a lot of women say. What if we ain't been taught about it? That can't always be the excuse once you get older. But we get it. You ain't never been taught about it. But at some time you did understand. You know, let's not go all the way with excuses. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how comely a thing is judgment for gray hairs and for ancient men to know counsel. See? You had some brothers and some uncles to counsel with, to tell you the truth. Men with gray hair go up to him, is this right for me to sleep with a bunch of men like this? Because he don't. Some of these, the old adulterers, that daughters, most of these women got uncles like that. They just old whoremongers. You know what I'm saying? They're old whoremongers. And it's insane because these old whoremongers give out bad advice. They give out bad advice. Much experience is the crown of old men, and the fear of the Most High is their glory. See, these old men, they fear the Most High. Those are the ones you get advice from, sisters and brothers. They fear the Most High. So let's go there. How do we... How we define fear in the Most High. Let's do that. How do we define fear of the Most High? Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. This is how you define fear of the Most High. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the whole conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High. Be scared of him. Fear him, be scared of him, respect him. Be scared of him. And keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Is to fear the Most High. Be scared of him. He will melt you, man. This is no joke. And I know that. It's for me too. For this word, his word is a two-edged sword. It's no joke, man. Let's go to Hebrews 13:4. Book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers Yahweh will judge. See? Marriage is honorable in all, man. You just gotta respect people's marriage, bro. And we're about to go into that too. But we talked about these men that daughters. Let's talk about how it happens with women. Go to Titus 2 and 3. Right? Because these things are very important to touch on. You got to see how it gets there. We went to Deuteronomy 22 on down. See how it gets there. Right? Let's find out what the women got to do, man. Our beautiful sisters around here in Israel. You know, I love them. I'm not even going to go there. The book of Titus, chapter 2, and verse 3. Book of Titus, chapter 2, and verse 3. And it reads, the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness. Don't go nowhere, y'all. I just pull it out. Let's go. What is holy? Book of Romans, chapter 7, and verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. That's holy. So just add less holiness, you know what I'm saying? Titus chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, holiness, right? Just and good. And keeping the commandment, keeping the commandments and the law. That the verse Titus chapter 2, verse 3, that the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh the law. As it becometh holiness, the law, the commandments, being just, being good. Not false accusers. A lot of these women out here are false accusers. Not giving too much wine. Don't be drinking like that. Liquor is not good for a woman. At all. Wine is barely good for you, but liquor is definitely not. Teachers of good things. What are the good things again? Romans chapter 7, verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. That's what's good. The commandments, the law, and just and good. Teachers of good things, teaching the women. Verse 4, that they may teach the young woman to be sober. So who are they supposed to teach? The young woman to be sober. The young women are learning from the old women and teaching the even younger women to be sober, to be aware, to not be drunk. Why? To love their husbands, to love their children. Because when they don't, let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Let me see. Chapter 28 and verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eye shall be evil toward her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward the young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. And that's what's going on. The enemy is stressing us. It's stressing our women, and they're not paying attention to it. They're just running wild and crazy. Titus chapter 2 and verse 4. Titus chapter 2 and verse 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. There's a way you love your husband. They're teaching you about men. These women that keep the law. To be discreet. Discreet is what? Is to discern, to be prudent, wise in avoiding errors or evil, and in selecting the best means to accomplish a purpose. Circumspect, cautious, wary, not rash with your words. It is the discreet man, not the witty, nor the learned, nor the brave, who guides the conversations and gives measure to society. It is not the discreet man. No, it is the discreet man, not the witty, nor the learned, nor the brave, who guides the conversation and gives measure to society. The discreet man. The woman is learning to be discreet, learning what to say, what not to say. Her power is in her quietness. Verse 5, to be discreet, chaste, pure from all unlawful commerce of sexes, applied to a person before marriage. Chaste, keeping her legs closed, knowing the importance of her virginity, free from obscenity, in language pure, genuine, uncorrupted, free from barbarous words and phrases, and from quaint, affected, extravagant expressions. Chaste, keepers at home, not busybodies all over the place. Good. What is good? I keep saying good. The book of Romans. Don't go there. I go there. I want y'all to stay where you are. The book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just, and good. Good, Titus 2 and 5. To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, keeping the commandments, being just, keeping the law. Obedient to their own husband. Oh, that word. Obedient to their own husbands. Right? That the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. That a Mashiach Yahushua, who told the woman to be unto her husband like she is to be to him. Be not blasphemed. See that? Beautiful. Your pa, your pa, your pa. Let's go over here to Sirach chapter 40, verse 19. Let's go there. The book of Sirach, chapter 40, and verse 19. Sirach, chapter 40, verse 19. It's like 23. No, it's 19. Book of Sirach, chapter 40, verse 19. Children in the building of a city continue a man's name. See? Children and the building of a city continue a man's name. His children, right? Because they go off into the world. You know that's that's Maracai's son right there. Yeah, that's Maracai's son. Oh, he a righteous seed, man. He righteous. That's Maracai's son because they know the father, and they know if the father raised that son, they gonna deal with him. You know what I'm saying? They gonna deal with him. That's Maracai's son. Okay, we got him. You know what I'm saying? And then the daughter, that's Maracai's daughter. She right. He unraised one. You can't give no occasion of speech against Maracai's daughter. No occasion of speech is ever going to go against her. You know what I'm saying? That's Maracai's daughter. You can't give an occasion of speech to her. And he has the token of her virginity hidden away just for you try to bring up occasion of speech against his daughter. That ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Children in the building of a city continue a man's name. This is what the helpmeet is helping their man to do. But watch this. This is the kicker for those women, boy, those modest women, them beautiful women that do what they're supposed to do. But a blameless wife is counted above them both. A blameless wife is counted above both of those. A man's name. And his children carry on the name and building the city that carries his name. What blameless wife is above them both. Man, you got helpmeet that rock with you like that. This helpmeet rock with you like that, man. That's what you call a blessing. Oh, she rock with him. She rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? She there with him. Oh, hey, bro, that dude got a good wife. Hey, man, calm down, bro. Skip to 24 real quick. No, 23. And blameless is without fault, innocent, guiltless, not meriting censure. Her merit on her name and who she is. Everybody gonna know, hey, that's Maracai's wife, but she rock with him. And reason why, reason why the wife is above them both, because she helps him bring in that. She helps him. That's why my wife's right asked me, she had a baby, right? And it came to The baby's life or her life? Who would I want to live? I said, I want her to live. We can have another baby down the road. I want my wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm in love with my child, but I'd rather have my wife. A helpmeet is hard to find, man. I take my wife. I'm not finna give a good helpmeet up for my child. I love my child, but I love my wife more. I ain't finna do that. I ain't crazy. I'm taking my wife. Let's go, baby. Let's get up out of this. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get up out of here. I take my wife. Ain't no way on the most highest green earth I'm going to take my child over my wife. It's not about to happen, man. Can't do it. I learned that from personal. Never. Ain't going to happen. Never. Can't do it, buddy. I'm going to lead off with this. Let's go to Proverbs 21 and 9. I got to, so I got to be Malachi. Book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 9. Got to read off of this. Because in Sirach 46 and 6, 42 and 6, or Ecclesiastes chapter 42 and verse 6, sure keeping is good. Hold on. Let's go to Sirach. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 40, verse 23 first. Ecclesiastes chapter 40, verse 23. A friend and companion never meet amiss. What is amiss? Wrong, fault, out of order, or improper. A friend and companion never meet amiss, never meet fault, never meet wrong, never or out of order. A friend and companion never meet out of order. But above both is a wife with her husband. She's never wrong. Because that's what she's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Above a friend and companion. But above both is a wife with her husband. Man, that was a good one right there. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 42, verse 6. This is let our ladies know what's important. Ecclesiastes chapter 42, verse 6. Sure keeping is good where an evil wife is. Sure keeping, I vouch for. Sure keeping. Matter of fact, let's look it up. Sure keeping. Let's be right. Let's look this up. Okay. Okay, sure. Suretyship. You got suretyship. Let me see if I can find that in here. Mm-hmm. It's Google. It's not in here. How to define surekeeping. Let's look at Google. I don't really like looking at Google like this. Define surekeeping. Let me Google. I'm just gonna get away from it because I'm not sure what that means. I'm just gonna, it was in my notes. I can't remember how to break that down, so I'm not gonna do it. Simple as that. Proverbs 21 and 19. That's what it is. But sure keeping is good, where an evil wife is, and shut up where many hands are. I understood that part. And shut up where many hands are. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of hands have touched your wife. You know what I'm saying? I've touched your wife. A lot of hands, but it's touched your wife. We're not gonna go there. Let's go to Proverbs 21. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. It is better, right, to dwell in a corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Like, who wants to be in a house with a woman that just nags and everything else, and she's arguing about this and that? You know, the dude that was on court today, that channel he was talking about, she can ask him, do you want bell peppers or do you want bananas? Oh, why you picked that? Is this always a fight? It's a brawling woman. But I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna say, man, Shabbat Shalom. Happy Feast of Unleavened Bread to you. I'm 3 hours ahead, folks. And hey, Kwame Howell, Kwame Howell, Kwame Howell, Kwame Howell, Kwame Mashiach Yahushai, Kwame Mashiach Yahushai, Kwame Mashiach Yahushai, Kwame Mashiach Yahushai, Kwame Yasharala, Kwame Yasharala, Kwame Yasharala, Kwame Yasharala. All praises to the Most High, Basham, Mashiach Yahushai, Barakathan. To all y'all. Shalom.